Hi guys, welcome back to CAD Jewelry Projects. My name is John, and in today's video I will show you how to make this 2-stone engagement ring design. Feel free to follow along as I go step by step designing this ring into CAD production model using MatrixGold, applicable to Rhino and Matrix 9 as well. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Again, thanks everyone for watching and subscribing. Let's go ahead and dive in. Okay guys, our goal here is at the end of this video, you're going to be able to design something like this, right? So you have two different stone. I mean, you can use any stone that you want, but for this video, we're going to use round and a heart-shaped stone. Okay. Our end goal here is for you to be able to create something like this, very smooth, very fine detail. This detail right here for this ring. Okay. And I will show you a trick on how to make this smooth like this when you have a MatrixGold. It's really advantageous if you have a MatrixGold. Okay. But it's okay if you're using Matrix 9 as well or Rhino, that's fine. But I believe you're gonna like my trick at the end of this video. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go delete all this and then I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay. All right guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and start with the ring size. We're just gonna use size 7 over here, right? We're gonna press enter on this. Okay, and then this ring size right here, this ring rail, I'm gonna make this color blue so that way everybody can see it. Yeah. And then now we're gonna pull out a stone, a round stone. Okay, so we're gonna go pull out a round stone, and this stone is gonna be just like not so big, so we're gonna make it like 4.5 millimeter. Okay, basically like below a carat. Okay, we're gonna press enter on that and then go to true finger view. We're gonna pull this up. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and pull this up by 1 millimeter. Okay. And then from here, we're gonna move this to the left side using our gimbal by 5 millimeter. Okay, sorry about that. 5 millimeter. There we go. All right. So we got our round stone done. Now we're gonna pull out a heart-shaped stone, or you can use any stone you want. But for me, just for this video, I'm gonna use a heart-shaped stone. So over here, we're gonna choose heart shape. There we go. And then I'm gonna make this about same thing. I'm gonna make this about 4.5, around 4.25. That's fine as well. I'm gonna press enter on this. And then now we're gonna rotate this like here, and then we're gonna put this somewhere. We're gonna put this right at the center, approximately there. Let's go ahead, go back to true finger view, and then we're gonna pull this up now, right about the same height on the on our round stone. Okay, so from here we're gonna move this to the right by 5 millimeter. All right. So now we have this. Make sure you save it. Okay, make sure you save along the way when you're designing, so that way when you crash your matrix or something happen, you still have the workflow that you did. Okay, so now from here we're gonna go ahead and and do a bezel builder. Okay, from here we're gonna pull this up. Okay, we're gonna make this height about 2 millimeter or so. Okay, and then we're gonna change the seat. Okay, and then the thickness approximately be about 0.7. All right, and then we're gonna press enter on this. Okay, Wait, let me change the height of the setting. So we're just gonna make this about 0.5. There we go. We're gonna make sure our jeweler will be able to set the stone like you have the seat, right? Okay. All right, and then from the heart shape, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a match attributes on this. So go ahead and find your match attributes. I'm gonna click match attributes, and then we're gonna click our round, and then the bezel, and then press apply, and there you go. So now you have the same setting that you did from your round stone. Okay. All right, now we're gonna save this again. Okay, so the next step here is we're gonna extract an iso curve on our bezel. Okay, we're gonna extract an iso curve here. We're gonna make it green so everybody can see it. So it's gonna be like this. All right, same thing on our round or on our heart shape. Okay, we're gonna extract an iso curve here. All right, from here, and then over here, and then over here. So all right, and then make sure on the heart shape, make sure you join this curve right here. Okay, so that way you have single curve right there. Excuse me. All right, so what's next, right? So now the next step now is we're gonna create our profile from our bottom or the ring rail and the right side and then the left side. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and create that. So profile placer here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use a round profile. Okay, the width here is gonna be 2 millimeter, and then the height will be about 1.8. All right, and then I'm gonna add another one from our right side, and this time this one is gonna be 2 millimeter height, and then I'm going to go ahead and add mirror on this. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna mirror this on the other side. There we go. So now you have 4 profiles on your workflow, right? So you have one on the right, one on the bottom, one on the left. Okay, our next step now is very important, guys. This one is you have to do to make sure that when you do a sweep to, that your sweep is gonna look okay, we're gonna do that right now. So we're gonna make sure that we do a rebuild on these curves. Okay, so now on the heart shape, we're gonna rebuild this. We're gonna rebuild this by 80 is a lot, so maybe around 50 points. Okay, let's make that 60. Let's see how that looks. Okay, press enter on that. Okay, I don't like how that looks. I'm gonna rebuild it again. You know, let's use 80. Why not? Yeah, so that way there's not too much of a difference in there. Okay, once you rebuild, press OK, and then we're gonna do an 80 as well on this side. Rebuild 80 right there, and then all these profiles is gonna be 80 as well. So rebuild to 80, rebuild here. This is just making sure that we have the same points on this to here, to here, to here, and to here. All right, so now the next step here is we're gonna create a insert curve to make sure that we have a line that's our sweep to is gonna go on. All right, so we're gonna use insert curve. Insert curve, or we can just type it over here, or you can use a preform curve. That's fine, but follow what I do here. This is how I make this, and I'm pretty sure there's a different way of how to make this, but I'm just showing you guys my way on how I make this design. All right, All right, and then we're gonna do F10. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same. We can mirror this to the other side. There we go. All right. So now the next step here is we're gonna create a what do you call this? Art direction from here to, and then to our profile on the right side over here. All right, something like that. We're gonna do that the same thing on this side. All right, there we go. Okay guys, the next step here is we're gonna rebuild this again. Our lines here, we're gonna rebuild this to 16 and 3, and then this one as well. We're gonna rebuild this. Actually, I want to redo this. Let's see. Let's look at the points on this, and then I want to move these points all the way down up here. All right, there we go. And then we're gonna rebuild this again to 16 and 3, and then this one as well. All right. All right. So that way, if you F10 on this, you have the same points. With this and this, you have the same points. Okay. Oh, excuse me, guys. A little bit sick right now, but it's okay. We'll keep going. All right. So from here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use sweep 2 from our profile here down here. Press enter. Make sure that this two lines, those two arrow right here, are pointing the same direction. Okay. Press OK. There we go. Make sure you click maintain height. All right. There we go. There we go. We're done with that, and then we're gonna do this side as well. Sweep 2 from here to here. All right. Make sure that these points right here are pointing the same direction. There we go. Maintain height. Make sure you click this maintain height right here, okay? Because you see what happens here. You see, it kind of it does weird different things when you don't click the maintain height. So make sure you check that. Press OK. All right, and the bottom part should be pretty simple, right? We're just gonna use sweep 1 from here, the right side, to the bottom, and to the left side. Okay. There we go, guys. And then now we're gonna save this. Okay. All right. And then let's see how this looks, right? You see how you have some weird thing over there? So you got some hard edges there, right? So how do you make it look like this, right? My question is, how do you make it look like this, right? See that, how smooth that is? And that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do this kind of mesh when you're done with your design. All right. Okay, we're now done with this. We're just gonna join this, and then we're gonna do a cap on this. There we go. And then the last part here, we're just gonna create a cutter for our jeweler, so that way they can set all the stones. Make sure you. All right. And then we're gonna Boolean difference. There we go. So now we have a little bit of seat in there, right? Well, the cutter will not go all the way down here, because the design will be destroyed if you have a cutter that goes down all the way there, right? For this kind of design. So that's why I didn't put the cutter all the way down. Okay. So now we're gonna save this again. Make sure you save it again. All right, the last part here is we're gonna go hide the gem. We can now delete this picture. We don't need it anymore. We can delete it, all the curves. delete all the curves, and now we're gonna do a mesh repair on this. Okay, you do mesh, and then I'll go to manufacturing, go to mesh repair. All right. It's doing mesh right now. It might take a little bit of time. There we go. What you want to do here is you want to delete input, yes. Make sure you on. All right, and then enter. All right, so now we have this. This looks like it's almost done, but not quite there, because you have some sharp triangles here that you don't want it when you render. Okay, and we're gonna fix that with using the tool that I have, that there's a tool called quad mesh, and I'm pretty sure Rhino have this, Rhino 8 have this, Rhino 8 have this, and because MatrixGold is running with the background of Rhino 8, so for sure guaranteed Rhino 8 have this. But I don't think Matrix 9 have this, so you're lucky if you're using Rhino 8 and MatrixGold. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a quad mesh. Okay, click here, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the total count here. The target would be 18,000, so 18k, and then do a delete input objects, and then press OK. All right, you see how that changed, right? It suddenly it becomes all smooth. It's beautiful, right? There we go. And that's how that's how you make it, guys. That's how you make this kind of design. All right, hold on, let's not change the stone there. All right. But basically that's it, guys. That's how you make this design. If you think that I was going a little bit too fast, you can always pause the video and rewatch any section you like. And alright guys, that's it. If you like this content tutorial, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Drop any question or request in the comments below. And thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.